Dear students, in this unit we will talk about the geological record which shows the origin of life on this earth. Now, the earliest life form on this planet Earth were microscopic organisms, or which are known as microbes, and they left the signals of their presence in the rocks in the form of fossils about 3.7 billion years ago. Now, evidence of these microbes was also preserved in the hard structures or known as stromatolites, which they made based on the calcification of their body structures, and they were made which date to 3.5 billion years ago. As you can see in this diagram, these are actually the stromatolites, which are not rocks, but they are actually the hard rock-like structures which were formed due to the deposition of these microscopic organisms or microbes which had hard shell calcinated shells. Now, bacteria have been among the first successful unicellular organism to live on Earth, and we all know that bacteria belong to category of organism known as prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are the simplest organism which don't have a well-defined nucleus and which don't have any organelle inside them, and their body is very small as compared to the cells of modern day animals and plants. They made their appearance about 3 billion years ago in the waters of the first oceans which were formed on this planet. Now, several radioisotopes are commonly used to date these fossilized structures which are present in different areas in the sedimentary rocks. Now, those radioisotopes, the elements whose radioisotopes are used, that include potassium 40. This means that potassium 40 is actually the radioactive potassium as compared to the normal potassium. The half-life of potassium is 1.3 billion years. Half-life mean it is a time which is required for half of these potassium to be converted from radioactive to the normal one. So 1.3 billion years is the half-life of potassium, while uranium 235, which is a more radioactive uranium, the half-life of uranium is 704 million years. Then we have carbon dating. Carbon 14 is a radioactive form of carbon. Its half-life is 5,730 years. So the recent most fossils or the rocks, they are dated using these radioactive or radioisotopes of carbons, while the older rocks, they are dated using the radioisotopes of uranium or potassium. Now, the study of the sedimentary rocks layers, including their composition, their arrangement, and their correlation from one location to another location, enables geologists to place events recorded in rocks in their correct sequence. You can find that this is one of the sedimentary rock, and this is a fossil of an arthropod known as trilobite. These arthropods successfully colonized the ocean of Earth at one time. Now, the fossils of these trilobites are found in many places which are perfectly preserved in these sedimentary rocks. Now, the fossil record shows a progression from the earliest unicellular organism to many unicellular as well as multicellular organisms living today. So the phylogeny is very much helped by the fossil record which we find preserved in sedimentary rocks in different parts of the world. Now, the fossil record therefore demonstrate that life has evolved through different time in the ancient past. To date, paleontologists, these are the scientists who study extinct species or the fossils, they have described and named about 300,000 fossil species, and many are being discovered every day. Most of these fossils, they belong to the species which have been extinct now, but there are many fossils which are also found belong to some existing species as well. Now, the geological history of Earth is related to biogeography and evolution. In 1915, a German scientist, Alfred Wegener, who had noted a correspondence between geographic shapes of South America and Africa, proposed that all landmass had one time been joined into one huge supercontinent, which is also known as Pangaea. Now, he further suggested that Pangaea had subsequently broken apart through the geological time, and that various land masses had separated in a process known as continental drift. So through continental drift, now we know that there are different subcontinents or the continents which are now distant apart from each other, and big oceans, they are flowing among them. Earth crust is composed of 7 large plates that float on a mantle. Mantle is actually a molten layer, underground layer of the earth, and these earth crust is mostly solid layer which is present beneath the crust and above the core. The land masses are situated on some of these plates. They are also known as tectonic plates. Any area where 2 tectonic plates meet is a site of intense geologic activity. So that area is prone to earthquakes, and many of the volcanoes, they erupt when at specifically the point where these 2 tectonic plates meet each other. So knowledge that the continents were at one time connected and have since drifted apart is useful in explaining certain aspect of biogeography and the connection between different species which are found in different continents at present.